Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for tonight's coverage of the Thunderstruck Legends. Tonight, these Legends will be taking on the Charlotte Legends Oval for 75 laps of racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Manlease, and I'm excited to call every second of tonight's Queen City 20. Again, here on the Charlotte Legends Oval. This is going to be a really fun track to watch racing on here tonight. When these Legend cars head into Turn 1, it is mass chaos. So these starts and restarts are going to be amazing to watch. Now, this is a tricky track because the corners are very tight, and you have to be as smooth and consistent as possible because one small mistake, and you're either going to go around or get super tight and lose a position. This is a very technical track, so the best of the best drivers are going to be up front. And we see right now, the driver on the top of the board, that is Parker Traves, the lone Canadian in the field. He ran a 16.10. Daniel Pope is second. He ran a 16.15. And third is Eric Tracy, who ran a 16.17. Now, last week we were at Southern National Motorsports Park, where Garrett Kinder grabbed the inaugural Thunderstruck Legends car race, Legend Series race. After starting in 5th, Garrett Kinder led 9 of the 81 laps en route to the win. We saw Brandon Meyer. He finished 2nd. He led 16 laps. 3rd was Eric Tracy. Finishing 4th was Rick Rube. And rounding out your top 5, that was Ray Page. We saw Parker Traves. He led 18 laps. And so the point standings, it's looking exactly the same as your top 5. Garrett Kinder leads the points. Then it's Brandon Meyer. Then it's Eric Tracy. Then it's Rick Rube. And then it is Ray Page. So let me know in the chat who is your pick to win tonight. We got a lot of fast drivers. Looks like 21 here in practice. And it's looking like right now the top 3 is all within a tenth of each other. So the field, top 3 super tight. I think it's going to be some awesome racing tonight. Definitely think this is a good addition for Thunderstruck. The Thursday night slot was previously a super late model series, but they switched to these Legend cars, and I think that's a great decision. I think a decision because I think the car count is going to be good, as we're seeing tonight. I mean, we got 21 cars in the field, and then of course you get to race at some great tracks that you wouldn't necessarily be able to race the super late models at. Like this Legends Oval, some other cool tracks on the schedule include the Irwindale Speedway Inner, the Iowa Infield Legends Oval, the Nashville Fairgrounds Mini, Atlanta Legends Oval, the LA Coliseum, the Texas Legends Oval. There's a bunch of different cool infield road courses and whatnot that we're going to be racing at this season. So really excited. All right, it's now qualifying here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. Drivers will get 2 laps to try to set their best possible lap time, and that will determine where they will start in the feature event. Another thing to note about this format, top 15 will all be locked into the feature event, while 16th on back will have to make it in through the heat race. And then in that heat race, the top 5 will make it into the feature. So then, because we have a field of 21 cars here tonight, that means that we will have one driver that will not make the show. So Definitely do not want to be that person. Right now in qualifying, Daniel Pope is to the top of the board with a 16.18. Jason Warren second, 16.47. That'll put him 0.2 off of Pope. And then third is Corey Bigley, who ran a 16.52, putting him 0.3 off of Daniel Pope. We see Corey Bigley, he improves on lap number 2. He runs a 16.43. That'll put him 0.2 off of first place Daniel Pope. We're watching Sam Wetstein in the 98 machine. Oh, look at that. Cameron Hamilton with a 16.41. That will put him 0.2 off of first place Daniel Pope. Rick Rube to second with a 16.40. 0.2 off of Daniel Pope. So far in qualifying, nobody has been able to get anywhere near Daniel Pope. Incredible lap for that 16 machine. There's Eric Tracy in the 67. Trying to get another good finish like last week. Tracy finished on the podium. There's Elliot Carlson in the 09. Searching for his first top 10 of the season. Tennessee Broadcasting is proud to be partnered with Butt Kicker. And if you're an iRacer, you definitely need to know about Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker is the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel ultra low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. The patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamer Plus is the new and upgraded sim racing and gaming hardware that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one is right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. Again, thebuttkicker.com is the website belonging to the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. So thank you so much to Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. And again, if you're an iRacer, definitely consider checking them out. I always make sure to use my Butt Kicker when I'm on the sim. You can feel every little thing I run in real life, and it's the closest thing I've ever felt to running in a real-life race car on the sim, so definitely recommend it to anyone who is an iRacer. Parker Traves, he's to the top of the board with a 16.11, putting him 0.06 ahead of second place Daniel Pope. We still have two drivers that need to qualify, Brandon Meyer and Matt Kujat. Right now, William Griffith is the driver in 15th. So he's that last driver that's going to make the heat race unless somebody else goes out there and turns a lap quicker than him. While the rest of the drivers behind him, Brandon Wallace, Mickey Isaac, Matt Knights, Mike Veith, Brandon Meyer, and Matt Kujat, all of them are in danger of getting eliminated. Elliot Carlson on Facebook says, rigged. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast, Elliot. Good luck in tonight's event. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's event. Starting on the pole with a 17.163. Driver of the number 89, he drives for Reaper Racing, Brandon Wallace. Outside of him, it's the 01 of Mickey Isaac. Third is the Intensity Racing Team driver, Matt Knights. He's going to be in that 64. Fourth is the number 11, Mike Veith, driver for Dark Horse Motorsports. And rounding at your top five, that is Brandon Meyer in the 33. And last but not least, that is Matt Kujat in the 14. All right, it's the formation lap here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. Drivers getting their tires warmed up. Then we will go green. Looks like we only have 4 drivers in the field, which means that every single driver racing will advance. Well, it looks like since Brandon Meyer qualified ahead of Matt Kujat, even though he did not start this race, he still can run in the feature because he sits in that 5th place spot because he qualified ahead of Matt Kujat. And it looks like because Matt Kujat did not grid, he will be knocked out of the feature, and he will not be able to participate. So he's going to go home, unfortunately. Green flag is out here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. The heat race is underway, and there they go. Heading into turns 1 and 2, Brandon Wallace able to get clear of Mickey Isaac. The field all getting single file as they head into turns 3 and 4. Oh, we see Brandon Wallace getting loose off of turn number 4. Mickey Isaac taking advantage of that mistake. These two are side by side through 1 and 2 and on to the backstretch. Looks like Isaac with the nose on the outside, and he is clear. Mickey Isaac to the lead here at Charlotte, while Brandon Wallace falls to second. Now Matt Knights, he is reeling in Wallace for that 2nd place position. Mickey Isaac, so far, he's ran the fastest lap of the heat race with a 17.37. I know Brandon Wallace is kicking himself after making that mistake, but you just got to regroup, take a deep breath, and start trying to get back to that lead. Mike Veith, he's coming up on Matt Knights for 30, sends it into 3 and 4. They're side by side as they cross the stripe. Nose to tail heading into 1 and 2, and looks like Mike Veith is clear. Matt Knights falls to 4th here in this heat race. Even though he is technically last on the track, luckily he will still advance to the feature. And of course, anything can still happen. We saw your pole sitter, Brandon Wallace, make a mistake, and Mickey Isaac took advantage of that. So that's kind of what Matt Knights is waiting for. And there we go. We saw it right there. Mike Veith getting a little bit squirrely off of 2 there, and Matt Knights is able to go right by him. What a pass by that 64, taking advantage of Mike Veith's mistakes. That's going to be the key tonight here at Charlotte, is just taking advantage of others' mistakes, because this is just such a technical track that if you mess one thing up, it's going to mess up your whole lap and the ensuing 2 laps. We saw last time by, or 2 laps ago, Brandon Wallace ran his fastest lap time of the race with a 16.62, and he is reeling in Mickey Isaac for that lead. But we see Isaac extending that lead again. Coming up on 10 laps to go here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. And even though there's not really any positions on the line here in this heat race, this is still super good practice for the 4 drivers participating. And practice definitely helps at, again, like such a technical track as the Charlotte Legends Oval. So these drivers are getting 20 extra practice laps that the rest of the field who advance to the feature, they will not be getting. We see Mike Veith able to get by Matt Knights for 3rd. These two have swapped positions a couple times throughout this race. And we've kind of got 2 battles right now. We've got the battle for first between Mickey Isaac and Brandon Wallace. And oh no! Matt Knights has crashed it in 3 and 4. Looks like he's able to get it turned around and did not make contact with anything. Just kind of slowed up his momentum, and it looks like the leaders are starting to come up on Matt. We'll see if that plays a part in anything. 6 laps to go here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. And it's looking good for Mickey Isaac. He just needs to keep hitting his marks, keep being smooth. And he should be in victory lane here. But Brandon Wallace, he is right behind him. It's not like Mickey Isaac, even if he were to just get loose or something, he would lose the lead. If Mickey Isaac makes a mistake, which we might see happen right here as he tries to get by Matt Knights, Mickey Isaac makes a mistake, then Brandon Wallace can definitely take advantage of that and take the lead. We'll see how easy Matt is going to let Mickey Isaac go by him. It looks like he's going to leave the door way open heading into 3 and 4. And so it is no issue for Mickey Isaac to get by Matt. That was kind of a little bit of uncertainty there. Wondering if Isaac was going to be able to get by Knights. But no, it looks like Matt Knights gets loose right in front of Brandon Wallace. Looked like the two made contact there. Matt Knights is able to get it going. And that looks to be the nail in the coffin for Brandon Wallace as he was trying to get up to Mickey Isaac for the lead there. Fortunate for both drivers. It's been a rough race for Matt Knights. After running as high as 3rd, he's gotten loose a couple times. And Mickey Isaac will win the heat race here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. And that will give him that 16th place starting position in the feature. Brandon Wallace is 2nd, Mike V 3rd, Matt Knights 4th, and then Brandon Meyer, even though he didn't start this race, he will still be able to participate in the feature. Matt Kujat, he is packing his bags because he finished 6th in that heat race, so he is eliminated. We're going to have a 47. We're going to have a minute warm-up just to let these drivers get everything dialed in before the feature event. I want to quickly talk about our series sponsor. I want to give a huge shout-out to Jeff by Junior Art for sponsoring this Legend Series. Jeff By Jr. is a motorsports artist. He designs posters, fine arts, hero cards, t-shirt designs, and more. Most recently, he actually designed the logo for the Canadian Legend Car Series. So if you are looking for something like that made, whether it's a poster or a hero card or a t-shirt or just a logo, then definitely consider hitting Jeff By Jr. up on Facebook. I put the link to his Facebook page in the description, or if you just want to look him up, that's fine. His page name is Jeff By Jr. Art. So again, thank you so much to Jeff By Jr. for sponsoring this Legends Car Series, and go check him out if you are in the market for anything that you might need, whether it's a poster, a hero card, a t-shirt, or a logo. One of the best designers in the motorsports world. All right, we are gridding for tonight's feature event. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, starting on the pole with a 16.113. That's our lone Canadian in the field, number 60, Parker Traves. Outside of him in the 16, that's Daniel Pope. 3rd is Rick Rube in the 81. 4th is that 83 machine of Cameron Hamilton. And rounding out your top 5, that's Corey Bigley in the 28. 6th is the 91 of Dylan Bates. 7th is that Team Peacemaker driver of Jason Warren in the 45. 8th is Velocity Motorsports' Shannon Wilder in the 10. 9th is Eric Tracy. And rounding out your top 10, that's the 09 of Elliot Carlson. 11th is Velocity Motorsports' Smokin' Sam Wetstein in the 98. 12th, it's the Jet, Josh the Jet Oswald in the 17. 13th is the Oval Addicts driver of Tyler Rice in the 6. 14th is Full Sin Racing's Ray Page in the 41. And rounding out your top 15, it's the Griftozer William Griffith in the Reaper Racing number 12. 16th is Mickey Isaac, your heat race winner. 17th is Reaper Racing's William Griffith in the 12. And then 17th is Brandon Wallace in the Reaper Racing 89. 18th is Mike Veith, and then on number 11, he drives for Dark Horse Motorsports. 19th is Intensity Racing Team's Matt Knights in the 64. And last but not least, that is Brandon Meyer in the 33. So we have a good field of 19 cars here tonight, all of them with a chance to win. The question is, who will that be? We will find out in 75 laps. Green flag is out here at Charlotte Legends Oval, and the Queen City 20 is underway, and look at that, a beautiful sight to see as these Legend cars head into turns 1 and 2. We are side by side between Rube, Pope, and Rube is able to get clear over Daniel Pope in lap number 1. So Rick Rubin second, setting his sights on Parker Traves for the lead. Behind them at side by side for fourth. Looks like Corey Bigley is able to get clear of Cameron Hamilton for that fourth place spot. But Hamilton sticking right with that 28 machine. Oh, and we see some cars around in 3 and 4. And that will bring out the caution flag here at Charlotte. We're going to take a look at the wreckage rewind to see exactly what happened. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so we're watching Shannon Wilder. He's side by side with the 99. There's the 89 of Brandon Wallace looking low underneath him. And it looks like heading into 3 and 4 here. Oh, that's the 6 car of Tyler Rice heading into 3 and 4. Looks like he gets those left side tires. He gets the whole car pretty much in the grass, and that sends him around, and that's synchronized spinning. No contact was made, but right at the same time, Brandon Wallace also goes around. Actually, no, that's Sam Wetstein. And then Shannon Wilder gets involved. We see the 12 of William Griffith gets involved. Griffith with some airtime there. So unfortunate. So pretty much it's just driver got in the grass, and I've experienced this in real life. I've raced here at the Charlotte's Legends Oval, and once you get those left side tires in that grass, you lose all traction. So you're either spinning or you're going to go into the person in front of you, or you just got to hope that you don't have anybody in front of you. You definitely don't want to get into the grass here, and that's unfortunately what happened to Tyler Rice, and the option that happened was he ended up going around. Still on the lead lap. Rice is just got to regroup, take a deep breath, and just try to hit your marks and get back up there. It's still a lot of race left. We see pace cars making that right turn onto pit road. Weird to say. And green flag is back out here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. And Traves leads the field into turns 1 and 2. Daniel Pope looking low under Rick Rube as they head on to the backstretch. And Pope, he's got the nose heading into 3 and 4. And he is clear. Daniel Pope back to second where he started this race. Well, Rick Rube is to third where he started this race. But Rube right up to the back bumper of the 16 machine. This is an extremely hard track to pass at. So I think we're going to see a lot of drivers use their chrome horn throughout tonight's event. Cameron Hamilton right behind Rick Rube. And then, we got another caution flag out here at Charlotte. Let's take a look at what happened here. And it looks like Mike Veith has crashed. We'll see exactly what happened to Veith here. Second caution of the night. Last week at Southern National, we had 7 cautions, accounting for 37 of the 81 laps. So here is Mike Veith heading on to the backstretch. And here he goes heading into 3 and 4. And again, same thing that happened to Tyler Rice. Those left side tires just clipped that grass a little bit. And that just got the car extremely upset. And that 11 car goes around. But that's so tricky. I mean, the perfect way to go around that track is being on that white line. But the white line and the grass, there's literally inches apart from each other. So it's extremely hard to hit that white line and not hit the grass. And Parker Traves and Daniel Pope and Rick Rube, they're able to do that so perfectly. That's why they're up front. And it's just so hard to get that figured out. But again, the same thing that I said with Tyler Rice, it's a long race, so Mike Veith just got to regroup, take a deep breath, and try to get those positions back that he lost. Pace car is in. And green flag back out here at Charlotte. Parker Traves up through the gears as they head into turns 1 and 2. Got a side-by-side battle for third, and Rick Rube is able to get clear over Cameron Hamilton as they head on to the backstretch. We've got Jason Warren trying to make a pass on Cameron Hamilton right now. They're side-by-side as they cross the stripe. Warren with the advantage through the corner. But Hamilton, he's holding his own on that outside lane. Behind them, that's Eric Tracy, giving both of them a little bit of pressure. And it looks like Jason Warren is able to get clear. I saw a car around there. Caution flag is out here at Charlotte. So we are going to take a look at the wreckage replay to see exactly what happened. All right, here we go. So we are watching the 89 of Brandon Wallace. Looks like heading into 3 and 4. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong wreck. Watching Corey Bigley here, so he's trying to make a pass on Josh Oswald heading into 3 and 4. And he gets right into that grass there. Like I said, once you get into that grass, you lose a lot of traction. He's able to stay right with Oswald, though. But off of 4, car just gets out from under him, and he goes around on the front stretch. Luckily, nobody else was collateral damage. It was just a single car spin, but that brought out the caution. Fortunate for Bigley, who had been running fast for most of the event so far, and that for the first 3 cautions, we've seen pretty much the exact same thing happen, where a driver gets into the grass there in 3 and 4, and they get loose off of 4. Dayton Weiss says, can't afford to get stuck on that outside. Absolutely, the bottom, more than any other track really, you have to be on the bottom. It's so hard to do anything on the outside. Once you're on that outside, you're just going to lose position after position after position. Green flag back out here at Charlotte. There's Parker Traves taking off. Almost 3 wide there for third. Rick Rube, Jason Warren side by side heading into 3 and 4. Looks like Rube has got the nose and Rick Rube is clear. Now the battle's on for fourth. Jason Warren, Cameron Hamilton side by side heading into 1 and 2. Their nose to tail heading off that corner there. And the fourth caution is out here at Charlotte. Let's take a look at what happened here. All right, here's a look at what happened. We're watching Matt Knights. He has the 98 of Sam Wetstein below him. Behind them, that's Ray Page and Dylan Bates. And we're pretty much 3 wide there, heading off of 4. Yeah, we're 3 wide here on the front stretch. And as you can see, that never typically goes well, and it didn't go well then. So it looks like 91-41, they were both in extremely close quarters. And the 41 just comes into that 91. And both of them, and then that we see Ray Page, he goes around into Matt Knights. Tyler Rice, collateral damage there. Same thing with Corey Bigley. And oh my gosh, the 11 car of Mike Veith flipping. Whoa! That's not something you see every day here at the Charlotte Legends Oval. That's not something you want to see every day. Oh no! He's on his side. Does he get it back on its bottom? No. Looks like he had to tow. Man. That was a wild chain of events there. Start Money Motorsports on YouTube says, not going to need to mow the grass in the corners here for a while. With all the lawn care, absolutely. We've seen a lot of agricultural racing here at Charlotte. Surprised all these cars aren't sponsored by John Deere. All right, green flag is back out here at Charlotte. There's Traves taking off. Great restart for Daniel Pope. Those two side by side through 1 and 2. But once again, Traves is able to get clear off the corner. Behind them, we see Jason Warren trying to make a pass for second. And he's got the lead. And he is clear. Look at that. Jason Warren now to position number 2. Looks like they're coming up on some lap traffic. That's Mike Veith, who went from flipping in the air to back on track in a very short amount of time. That's very impressive. Looks like he's holding it high, letting everybody go by him. And Daniel Pope, he's able to get clear over Jason Warren. I saw a car was sideways in 3 and 4. Looks like no caution comes out, no harm, no foul. Eric Tracy, he's coming up on Jason Warren right now for that 3rd place position. And the 5th caution of the race is out here. We're going to take a look at what happened with the Wreckage Rewind. Dayton Way says, fortunately it's turf there, right? Yep. In real life and on the sim, it is turf. Which is definitely a lot better than going through the grass. All right, let's take a look here. Josh Oswald heading into 3 and 4. Car just gets out from under him through the center of the corner. Guess when he was getting back into the gas there. That sends him around. kicking up some turf. Looks like nobody else was involved there, just a single car spin. That's unfortunate for the Jet there. Alex V says, old man got the loud pedal down. Yeah, that was quite the flip there for Mike Veith. Cody Bohm's lawn service. Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing tonight. Glad you volunteered to do the broadcast. I'd be pretty close to running out of stuff to talk about by now. Yeah, luckily this is a good track for me to volunteer, because I have raced 10 races, done numerous practices here, so I know every little bit about this track. I've made every single mistake you could possibly make here, except for flipping. All right, pace car is off, getting ready to go back green here. And green flag is back out. There's Parker Traves taking off. He leads the field into 1 and 2. Oh, we see some bumper cars through 1 and 2. So I believe that was Rick Rube. Rick Rube trying to look low under Jason Warren. He sends it into 3 and 4. They're side by side. Did not touch, but that was close. Great job for both of them keeping it clean. And looks like, oh, we see more bumper cars. 66 getting into the back of Rick Rube. And that is going to give Warren some momentum on the outside. And he is able to get clear. One of the lone times where we'll see a pass on the outside. We got Eric Tracy trying to track down. And I just saw some carnage in 3 and 4. That will definitely bring out the caution flag. So let's see what happened this time here at Charlotte. And looks like Corey Bigley's nightmare night continues. Let's see what happened. All right, here's Corey Bigley on the backstretch. Looks like he's trying to get by Brandon Wallace here. And so he drives deep down into the corner there, heading into 3 and 4. And the left sides are in the grass. But that wasn't what caused the incident. Looks like heading off of turn number 4 there, the 89 just gets loose. The car comes out from under him, and that sends him right down into the 28 car from Corey Bigley. Just like Mickey Isaac. That wasn't too bad. Kind of collateral damage. See some contact by the 91-41. It's kind of hard to run that outside because, like we saw Brandon Wallace there, because you're really out of the groove. There's really only one groove here at Charlotte, so once you get knocked out of it, it's kind of hard. And that groove is right on that white line. Dayton Lee says, kind of funny having Atlee talking about mowing at Charlotte, LOL, since he tried to get on the payroll of the road course. Yes, I did. I really helped out the Charlotte road course in real life by helping mow their lawn. I also know a lot about the Charlotte road course because I've made majority of the mistakes you can make there. Alex V says, gotta fund all that new racing gear for the season. Yeah, it's kind of hard to be a teenager in racing. Always gotta have the new gear. Green flag back out here at Charlotte. There's Parker Traves up to the gears, heading into 1 and 2. We're side by side for third. Jason Warren, Rick Rube. Warren with the nose on the backstretch. They're side by side into 3 and 4. And Jason Warren, he's able to get clear. Now it's the battle for fourth. Eric Tracy, Rick Rube. Eric Tracy had been knocking on the door on that 81 for quite some time. He's now got the opportunity. He's hoping that there is no caution, and there we go. He's able to get clear. Eric Tracy now to fourth, and he is reeling in Jason Warren for third. Big run for that 66. He's going to try to make something happen here. Rick Rube trying to reel back in that 66 of Eric Tracy. That's confused, and want to point out that Eric Tracy is the 67 on the ticker, 66 on the track. And as I say that, we've got another caution here at Charlotte. So we now have officially the same amount of cautions as we did last week at Southern National. And looks like your heat race winner, Mickey Isaac, has crashed. So let's see what happened to him. All right. So heading off of 2 there, we see Isaac is side by side with the 91 of Dylan Bates. We see Josh Oswald, he's there as well. And heading into 3 and 4. See Mickey Isaac pushes up a little bit there in the center, and it looks like when he tries to turn it back down to that white line, it just gets out from under him. And he's sideways off of 4 there. Definitely easy to do if the car gets tight off of the center there. So unfortunate for your heat race winner. Luckily, still in the lead lap. It's not over for Mickey Isaac. He's just got a little bit to go. But yeah, Dayton, he said, tried to get on the pole for the on the payroll. Yeah, I asked Inex for a $250 check for mowing their grass, but fortunately didn't give it to me. Can't believe it. Alex Visa's got to fund all that new racing gear for the season. Oh, yeah. Again, if you're a grown boy, it's hard to be in a suit for more than a season or 2. Green flag back out here at Charlotte. There's Parker Traves up through the gears heading into 1 and 2. He's got Daniel Pope riding his coattails heading off the corner side by side for third. That's Eric Tracy, Jason Warren. And Warren, he's got the nose heading through turns 3 and 4. Tracy had a huge disadvantage. And oh, we see Eric Tracy is loose. He makes contact with Rick Rube. Looks like Rube is able to save it. No harm, nope, there we go. The caution's out. So we now have the most cautions we've ever had this season. Tonight here at Charlotte. Last week we had 7 cautions. This week we've had 8. This has been absolute carnage tonight. I know it's definitely been entertaining for you, the viewer. I know it's been entertaining for me. So, just because that happened up front, kind of saw what happened there. Let's get more of an in-depth look. So here's Rick Ruby side by side with Cameron Hamilton. And heading into 3 and 4. We see ahead of him Warren and Eric Tracy are side by side. And looks like as Tracy makes that final cut to go onto the front stretch, the car just gets out from under him. And fortunately, that puts him right down into Rick Rube. the caution doesn't come out for a while. There's Barney bringing out the flag. So that's really unfortunate for Rick Rube, considering he has been in the front of the pack for a majority of this race. Now he sits in 13th. All right, lights on the pace car are out. We are getting ready to go back green here. All right. Green flag is back out here at Charlotte. There's Parker Traves leading the field into turns 1 and 2. And look at that. I say it every time. What a beautiful sight. All those legend cars heading into that corner. It's mass chaos. Luckily, everybody makes it through for the time being. We're side by side for third. Elliott Carlson, Jason Warren going at it. Looks like Warren has the nose as they cross the start-finish line. And he is able to get clear over Carlson heading off of 2 there. But I don't think we've seen the end of Carlson. Oh, we see mass chaos on the backstretch. Caution is out. 9th caution of the race. What happened there? All right, here's what happened. We are watching Josh Oswald. He's side by side with Sam Wetstein behind them. It's Corey Bigley. And here they go heading into turns 1 and 2. Going downhill. We see Tyler Rice almost gets into the back bumper of William Griffith. He checks up. And then Josh Oswald checks up. And then, well, this has nothing to do with what was happening with all the checkups there. Looks like heading off of 2. Wetstein's out of the groove. And when we see when he gets back, when he makes that final cut, heading onto the backstretch, that 98 car just goes around into Josh Oswald. Josh Oswald getting a little bit of airtime. Those left side tires lifting up. No flips, though. Dayton Weiss says, this is why actual INX events have time limits. Well, this isn't an INX event. We can afford to last a little bit longer. Don't have anything else to do tonight, all these drivers. You want to get that full race in. You don't want to end on a time. End on time. That's no fun. Green flag back out here at Charlotte, and there's Traves. He's got Daniel Pope behind them, side by side for third. Jason Warren, Elliott Carlson. Warren's able to get clear of Carlson. Now we see Cameron Hamilton sending it into 3 and 4, trying to get by Carlson. They're side by side on the front stretch. Hamilton with the nose as they cross the start-finish line and as they go into turns 1 and 2, and he is able to get clear. We got a side-by-side for first. Pope sends it into 1 and 2. Traves trying to hold his own on that outside. And they are pretty much nose to tail as they cross that start-finish line. Traves, and right as this battle's going on, the caution flag comes out. I know Traves is super glad that he had the nose when he did, because he barely has the first place position. Right now, there is a lot of mangled legend cars on track. I'm very surprised if you don't have a bump, a bruise, or a scrape on your legend. All right, here's Josh Oswald, Brandon Wallace side by side heading onto the backstretch. They're still side by side heading into turns 3 and 4. And looks like, just like we saw with Sam Wetstein in another incident, I think with Eric Tracy, when Wallace was making that second cut off of 4 there before, or heading out onto the front stretch. Car got out from under him. Looks like Corey Bigley was collateral damage there. That will give us our 10th caution. And looks like we are going to have our first attempt at a green-white checkered. We've got 3 of these. But yeah, fun fact in real life, for these Legend Cars races, there's a time limit. So, and for the Legends, it's 25 minutes. So, if the race is not completed under green flag conditions, or if they reach the time limit, red flags don't count. But for yellow flag laps and green flag laps, if they reach 25 minutes, then the next flag will end the race. So whether that's the checkered or the caution flag, that will end the race. Just so the show continues to move on. Green flag back out here at Charlotte. Green white checker's underway. We already see somebody spinning. We are going to re-rack them and do this again. Did not even head into 1 and 2. Did not make it through 2 corners before we saw an incident happen. And I saw that kind of purple blue car of Tyler Rice go around. Don't know what happened to him. Missed a shift or what. All right. So here's Tyler Rice, Rick Rube, side by side on this restart. And these restarts are super tight. Drivers right up on each other with no gap bumper to bumper. And there we go. The restart happens. And then the car just goes around. It looks to me that Rice missed a shift or just got into the gas for the restart in a very bad spot. That's unfortunate there for Tyler Rice. We are going to have another green-white checkered. This is our second of 3 attempts. For those of you who don't know how a green-white checkered works, green flag waves, drivers make 1 circuit around the track. Then when they cross the start-finish line, the white flag will wave. And then they make 1 more circuit around the track. And then they take the checkered. So That's what makes it a green-white checkered. So as they cross the line, that'll make it 2 laps to go, and then they complete 2 laps. Now, if a caution comes out before they take the white flag, then we will re-rack them, restack them, and try this again. But if they take the white flag, if an incident were to happen, then we're just going to race to the line. And you're just going to have to dodge whatever's happening. So here we go. Second green-white checkered. Lights on the pace car are out. Stakes are high. I think we're going to see some chrome horns get broken out. Patience is running out here at Charlotte. Green flag back out. There's Parker Traves up to the gears. He's got Daniel Pope right behind him, heading into turns 1 and 2. Pope, he has sat behind him for a majority of this race. I think he wants to be the one leading when they take that checkered flag. As they cross the start-finish line, white flag. What is Daniel Pope going to try to do here? He sends it into 1 and 2, trying to get close to that back bumper, and they both go around off of 2. White flag, and that'll give Cameron Hamilton the lead. Heading into 3 and 4, we're 3 wide. Jason Ward's around, and William Griffith gets through it. We're 3 wide for third, and Mickey Isaac finishes third. What in the world? What? Tempers flaring here at Charlotte. Wow. Take a deep breath, everyone. We're just going to watch this whole sequence here. So, last lap. Daniel Pope trying to take that lead into 1 and 2. You can see he absolutely sends it into the corner. And he looks like he does not hit the 60 car square. So that breaks him loose. That breaks Pope loose. And able to escape through that is Cameron Hamilton. But watch this. Mickey Isaac, at this point, he runs in 7th. So they're 3 wide between Griffith, Carlson, and Warren. And then Rube tries to stick his nose into it, and he makes contact with Carlson, and that gets him and Jason Warren sideways. Then Tracy hits the rear of Rick Rube. So does Mickey Isaac, but it doesn't cost him as much momentum. They're 3 wide, heading off of 4 there. And there you go. That's how Mickey Isaac went from, I guess before Pope and Traves went around, he was in 9th. So I'm really excited to just hear him walk us through that restart there. So, and that's actually the first driver we are going to be pulling in. So, from Kite, Kentucky, let's pull in Mickey Isaac. This is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, radio check.
Awesome. Well, wow. That was an incredible finish for you there. I know heading into that last lap, you were in 9th, and then after it was all said and done, I saw you were in 3rd. So just incredible comeback on that last lap. I mean, walk us through what was going through your mind there on that last lap and how you went from 9th to 3rd there.
Oh, that's just where the stars aligned, you know. It was like a perfect straight shot. And defensive driving skills, they kind of kicked in. And I just weaseled my way through.
Yeah, absolutely. It just, yeah, I mean, that's the best way to describe it. The stars align there. I know there was a lot of cautions. Were tires a factor here tonight?
No, I didn't even check them. It's just basically just hold on and don't spin.
I got you. Well,
Tell these guys, I haven't even driven these cars in probably a year or 2. It's the first time since then. So
Well,
a little
first,
strange.
yeah, got a podium for the first time back. So that's awesome. Before I let you go, is there any sponsors or shout outs?
Yeah, we'll give Josh Oswald a good shout out for putting this on. These cars are fun. I'm glad he put these in instead of the super lates. I enjoy them.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the podium. Have a great rest of your night, man.
Thanks, Emily. You too.
Thank you. All right, let's now. First of all, looks like we have an altercation between Alex Beath and the Nightbot. So even more drama off the track. Alex Beath says, "Don't tell me what to do, Nightbot." Also says Pepper. So it looks like he said Pepper needs new shorts! Exclamation point. And Nightbot says, "Holy cow! Stop spamming caps." Whew. I'll keep everyone updated on this battle. Now it's time to pull in your second place finisher from Pelham, Alabama. Let's pull in the Griftozer, William Griffith. Hey, William, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Hey, I got you.
Awesome. Well, you are tied for biggest mover between you and your fellow podium driver, Mickey Isaac, and what an incredible race it was for you as well. You were able to get through all of that craziness there, heading through turns 3 and 4. So, I mean, what do you think maybe could have done differently to change the result there? And I mean, what was going through your head those, last through laps as you were 3 wide at one point? I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, coming into 3 there on the last lap. I believe we were 3 wide. I could have been 4 wide. I guess it ended up being. No, I didn't have anything for Cameron. It was, luck that I was up there early on. One of the early cautions, I kind of tried to split the gap and missed it a little bit. So I don't know if that hurt me or if it was actually helping me, but my restarts for sure were Cameron was getting everybody.
Now, this was a crazy race. I mean, there were so many cautions. I know the key tonight was just kind of being out of the mess. So, how were you able to avoid everything?
I don't know, really. A couple of them kind of easier to see what was coming and where to go, but some of those just luck to get through it.
Now, before I let you go, is there any sponsors or shout outs?
Josh, for this league, he does a good job, and him making the decision to switch up from supers to this, it's pretty cool. It's enjoyable so far, and it's going to continue to be fun. And Velocity, my team, and just a tough race tonight for everybody. I know we had a couple guys not finishing definitely where they, were running. So, but that's it, man.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the runner-up tonight, and have a race your night.
All right, man. Thanks.
No problem. And now, let's pull in your first place finisher, grabbing his first win of the season. Let's pull in Cameron Hamilton, your race winner. Cameron, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
Awesome. Well, fantastic run tonight. I know you weren't the fastest here at the Charlotte's Legends Oval, but you were there in the end, and you were there when it counted when we saw the front two go around. You were right there, and you were able to lead it the rest of that lap there to cross the start-finish line. So you had to be super patient, and you didn't try to push it until the very end, and that just kind of helped you get the win when others kind of tried to push it and it didn't work in their favor. So just kind of walk us through how, being patient helped you out tonight and how you were able to finish where you finished.
I was really fortunate there. I had started on the outside, I think, the past couple restarts. Pretty fortunate not to fall any further back than what I did. We had a lot of cautions, but it just a product of good fortune there with Parker and Daniel getting into it. I definitely wasn't the fastest, just got lucky.
Hey, sometimes luck is key here at these bull ring type tracks in these legends. So I know this is your first race in this series, and a win will definitely help you in the point standings. Do you think you're going to be contending for a championship this season?
I hope so. I don't know. These cars, they're a different animal. They're pretty hard to drive. They're pretty on edge for the first couple laps until everything kind of settles in. But we'll try, and a lot of these guys will be hard to beat throughout the season. Parker, Daniel, Dylan, Jason, Josh, Eric, Mickey, William, the whole field. Wish we could have got more green flag laps there, but it was fun. It's nice to run these cars.
Now, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
I want to thank everybody at SPM and Josh for putting this league on, and everybody that helps out with it. You guys for broadcasting. This is for the couple races that I've been a part of. This is it's been a very good league and really fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun watching you out there tonight grabbing the win. So again, congrats on your first win of the season, and hopefully we might see a couple more throughout this season. So have a great rest of your night.
Thank you. You do the same.
Thank you.
Apologize.
Well, that will do it for tonight's event. One more time, congrats to Cameron Hamilton on grabbing his first win of the season. I want to give a big shout out to all of the Thunderstruck admins: Jason Warren, Josh Oswald, Logan Sturgeon, Sam Wetstein, William Griffith, Aaron Ward, Joaquin Meza, Michael Swink, and Shannon Wilder for all that they do for this league. Without them, this league would not be as well run as it is. I want to give a big thank you to Jeff By Jr. Art for sponsoring the Thunderstruck Super Series Legends Series. Definitely consider checking him out on his Facebook page, which is Jeff By Jr. Art. He's definitely the person you got to reach out to if you are in the market for hero cards or a t-shirt design or a logo design. He's a fantastic motorsports designer, so definitely check him out if you are a racer or an iRacer and you need something made. I also want to give a big shout out to the Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. If you're an iRacer, definitely consider checking out their website, thebuttkicker.com, and see all their products and figure out which one is right for you. I want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in to watch tonight. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as that would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 1,000 followers on Twitch. Make sure to check out our Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. And make sure to visit our web store, intensitybroadcasting.com. It is your one-stop shop for everything Intensity Broadcasting, racing, and iRacing. We've got all of our Intensity Broadcasting merchandise on there. At Lewis Racing merchandise, a bunch of cool auto racing novelty items, our driver collections, our league collections, our lifestyle collections, and our team collections. We actually have a new collection in those team collections, and that's the Dylan Spain Motorsports collection. So definitely consider picking up some Dylan Spain Motorsports stuff and supporting a real-life race team. Also, make sure to check out the Thunderstruck collection of the league collections. And we've got 2 different Thunderstruck shirt designs, so find which one you like better. And both of them come in a bunch of different snazzy colors in sizes small to 5XL. I'm Matt Lampman, on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over